So back when I worked for Mac, people would come in all the time and request a bridal trial for their makeup. And usually if it went well, they would book with you. One time this lady comes in and she wants me to do her makeup for her bridal trial. I guess she liked what makeup I had on that day. I don't know. Trial goes well. She loves the makeup, tells me she wants to go home and check with her bridal party to see if it's really what she wants. And I'm like, okay, great, this is fine. This is my full-time job. I'm getting paid regardless of whether you book with me or not. To secure a date with me, I've always requested a deposit. Working for Mac, I was around a ton of people that did weddings and told me if I was going to start doing that, I needed to make sure I had a deposit from these people to secure their date. So I requested a deposit from her. Back when I worked for Mac, I did not charge what I do now for bridal makeup because it wasn't something I did all the time and it wasn't my main source of income. So I requested a deposit. It was not a lot of money because I was only going to be doing her makeup, and it was an incredibly frustrating process. When I say I went back and forth with this woman every day for a month, trying to get her to understand why I needed a deposit from her, I'm not exaggerating. When I worked retail, I had to request off. Weddings happen on Saturdays. Working retail cosmetics, it is a nightmare and a half trying to get a Saturday off. You have to jump through so many hoops, it's like 100-ring circus. She kept telling me, oh, well, I've told you I'm going to book with you. I've told you I'm going to book with you. You're booked for my wedding. I said, ma'am, I need a deposit because it is going to hold your date and make sure that I have a 100% reason to request off of work and make sure that I am available for that day. So after going back and forth with her for a month, her fiance comes in, slaps a check down in front of me on the counter at work and says, "Are we good now?" I was like, "Oh, buddy, we're good. We're fine. You can leave. Thank you." First of all, lady, you wanted me to drive to Jonesboro at 5 a.m. so you could take sunrise pictures.